The time is just gone, 20 minutes past 8 a.m. on the Alternative View. This morning, I am in Aitwadi staying in for Azarvadi, and you can tune in on the various platforms of Salam Media. We're still in the company of Al Ansar listeners and also on facebook.com/Salam Media. Great to be back with you. And yes, I got a warm welcome back after a long time. And I see Aisha Saliji. Sister Aisha Saliji has sent a welcome message. Jazakallah for that. And yes, wonderful being in the company of our listeners at Salam Media and Al Ansar and all the other platforms. We're now going across to be joined by Umar Sharif, who is a comparative religious scholar based in India. And this comes against the background of a Facebook post allegedly by the relative of a Congress Party MLA. And this has resulted in violence that has taken place and in Bengaluru. And we're going now to be joined shortly by Umar Sharif out in India. And remember, you can view this interview on facebook.com/Salam Media and also on Salam Media's YouTube page. Brother Umar Sharif, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Not with us. Okay. All right. He's not with us, but we are going to get hold of him. But just to give you some sort of a background on this violence that has taken place, and as a result, there have been 3 people that have been killed, and this when protesters set around 24 cars on fire, and they surrounded this Congress MLA's house in the capital, and this is the capital of Karnataka, out in Bengaluru. And we're going to try to get to grips as to what this violence, or what has actually led to the violence, and also this particular Facebook post that what was actually that obviously inflamed the situation, and also at the same time, or the horrible situation that has been evolving. Now, we know for far too long, India highly sensitive about the political developments in the country, the standoff between Congress and the BJP. And in this case here, this has been the relative of a Congress party member. So let us just hear from Umar Sharif what has happened. We also have got a very interesting interview coming up after this one. And this was Yvonne Ridley. And we know that she is a British journalist. She is the chair of the National Council of the now defunct Respect Party. And she was captured by the Taliban in 2001. And also what has happened is out in Syria, there is a person by the name of Tariq Sharif, and he was rearrested, and his wife Raquel Hayden Best, and we've spoken to her over and over again, and they are based out in Syria, providing a lot of support, relief effort, and the like. And there was this dramatic encounter that had taken place in East London, where he was rearrested. He had a gun pointed at as well. And this is a story that we have been following for quite a while now. And Yvonne Ridley will be providing us with an update. And also, this is a result of the aid worker being arrested in Syria. And we know what has happened with Shiraz Mohammed in the past, and these are now by rebel groups again. So we'll try and get an update as soon as we can get hold, firstly, of Umar Sharif. We are trying extremely hard. I'm sure Shazia will get hold of him. He is with us right now. Umar Sharif, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah, if you could just speak up slightly, because I am having a bit of a problem hearing you quite clearly. Welcome to the show. Yes, I think we're going to try and see if we can't just raise the volumes, and let's just see if we can hear you better. Brother Umar Sharif? Okay, much better. Much better. I can hear you now. Right. Let's just get straight into the issue that has taken place in Bengaluru, and this came after the offensive Facebook post. And if you could just tell us, some sort of a background and why this Facebook post was found offensive. Yes. Now, when we're talking about the mob, and you mentioned 100 and over 100 people that have been arrested, and as a result of this picture that went up on Facebook, just as far as the mob is concerned, and in terms of the people who are at the forefront of leading this protest at the MLA's house, do we know who these people are? Right. Now, clearly, we see that, there have been condemnation with regard to arson and looting and the actions of the mob. But we also have a case of blasphemy here, because this is obviously directed at Muslims. This is directed at the religion of Islam. This is directed at the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Brother Umar Sharif. Right. Now, the fact that this has taken place in Karnataka, and when one looks at Karnataka in comparison to some of the other areas in India, and generally there's been a lot of peaceful coexistence between the various religious groupings in that part of the world. So, this obviously has come a bit of a surprise, but looking at India at this point in time, and we know the explosive situation, particularly when it comes to religious coexistence, are you quite surprised that this has come out of Bengaluru? Right. Now, we've seen the condemnation and also warnings of strict action being taken against those who have been involved in the violence. Do we know what is likely happened to the perpetrator of the Facebook post? I said, with all the condemnation against the attack and the warnings of strict action against the perpetrators of the violence, this person by the name of Naveen, do we know what is likely to happen to him as a result of putting up this inflammatory post in the first place? Right. Mm. Well, at the moment, what is the situation? Has the situation been calmed now? Well, Brother Musharif, we're going to follow the story, but for now, we thank you. We say Jazakallah for the update, and we wish you well. Assalamu alaikum. Well, that brings us straight on to 8:36 a.m. And when we come back, we'll be joined by British journalist Yvonne Rudley.